So tell me about leaving 8th Street. Well, like, what did you have your eyes on, like, world companies? Or?
No, I think there was things about 8th Street that I was starting to kind of be over, you know, getting a little older and having an opinion. I was skating with Danny a little bit at the time, Danny Wave, myself and Alf, just skating with him. And one night after we were skating, we were eating somewhere and kind of venting about 8th Street. And he's like, I'll call Steve ROCCO right now, get you guys on World. I was like, really? And he pulls out, he had a cell phone, a little flip motor, the big thick flip Motorola too. I was like, oh, he's got a cell phone, it's crazy. So he calls ROCCO. ROCCO's told Danny, he's like, we can't put him on World because Nadas is interested in Eric. He wants him, and Nadas wants him on 101. And I was like, well, really? Nadas wants me on 101?
Was that trippy to know that Nadas was like thinking about your skating?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was like, oh my God. I had to make a phone call to Nadas, you know? Danny got me his number, and yeah, Nadas wants you to call him. So once the option was there, I was like, man, this is kind of rad. I want to do that. You know, I fought it for a while, but I gotta sort of man up and do what I want to do, because in my heart, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to quit.
Koston was always a kind of really quiet kid, you know, never really showed his emotions and stuff. And I remember, you know, when he, you know, was quitting 8th Street, whatever, and having to talk to Mag about it. And I mean, Koston knew, you know, it was probably the best move to make for his career. I kind of felt for him, you know, I just sense it was a really uncomfortable phone call for him, being that, you know, he really wanted to give Mag all the respect that he felt that, you know, he owed him, you know, for taking care of him for, you know, as long as he did. It was definitely a strong movement that was a good move for his future.
I was pretty into 101. When it started, I was like, wow, this is sick. It's Nadas' company and it's smaller. It was just cool to me. It was Nadas. Duh. And it was just rad, you know, and it's just the team being different and it's smaller and just everything about it.
Nadas always kept 101 really separate. Like, their videos were different, their art direction was different.
If I came up with an idea, you know, Cliver or McKee would draw it. It was pretty rad. I remember this hockey violent fight, a riot graphic. I came up with it. Let's just have a super violent, like having a hockey, you know, stick, stab it through a guy's chest, and there's a hockey puck flying through his chest because there's a guy behind him that's just like hammered a puck through his chest, and then there's other guys, yeah, slashing each other, and there's just blood. And you know, and they were doing all those graphics that were just so super, just gore. It was cool though. Any stupid idea I had would be created. I don't know if you remember the board, it's just a pot leaf. And it's color blocked red, yellow, green. I didn't smoke weed at all. You know, I have. It was just a joke, you know? It's like any joke you can come up with, you just make it. It actually did really well.
Eric being with Nadas, like, Nadas is such a rad dude, and like, you know, to go from like Eddie Alguera, you know what I mean, like a positive role model, to be like Nadas Kapis, who was like a little bit edgier, but still such a rad dude, so inspirational, and like having that rubbed off on Eric too only made Eric so much better of a person.
Oh, he was the complete opposite of a Janaski type. He's very laid back and super mellow about things, and it was different. Yeah, it was like, so yeah, hey, you know, I think we're gonna do another video.
Was the falling down part, would you say that was like a breakthrough part?
Yeah, I think it was more of a breakthrough part. I mean, because the first 101 video was just skating at that time was just still that technical but sloppy and goofy boy looking, you know, bad late flips and pressure flips and stuff that was really bouncy and, you know, gross and slow. You know, the bad outfits, rave pants. And then falling down is when it started to sort of polish itself up a little bit. You know, you started popping flip tricks a little higher, and yeah, everything just got a little cleaner. It started to speed up, you know, and I think that's just what it evolved, you know, skating did.
Falling Down's the one where he's like super killing it. Yeah, by the time that 101 video came out, it was like a done deal that he was the best.
I remember when like that 101 part came out with that Gangstar song, and like I seen Eric skating, and I'm just like, whoa, this dude is unbelievable. Like I remember that one clip, he did a backside 185-0 half cab flip. Like a lot of people around today that don't do that trick, you know what I mean? Around that time, I think Eric was definitely like one of the persons that was like going switch and nolling to things like way above what everybody else was doing at the time.
I think everything in that video part was gnarly. The frontside shove it off that bump and the kickflip like just popped super good. Because at that time a lot of people were just learning like new tricks, and at that time no one was really doing anything as good as the way he did it in that video part. And it was just like, okay, that's how you skate.
He was already doing lines with like a lot of harder tricks in them that might have been people's like single tricks. I remember there was like one, I don't know if it was like Eden Gardens or something, like some of those lines in San Diego, really good.
It seemed like for me the thing that blew my mind was the switch 360 flip, like down the 7.
Not many people were flying it down things, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
That was a trip that we took together up to San Francisco. I remember that happening, and that was just kind of the most amazing thing of the time. Like, you know, not many people were even doing that trick, let alone down the 7. So that was some next level shit at, you know, at that point. That's kind of when you knew that, oh, okay, this guy, you know, he's going to be around for many years to come.
I was down in Barcadero when he switched trade the 7.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. I mean, doing it down that was sick, for sure. But I remember tripping like, damn, he's so much better than how he did that switch tray.
I remember being pretty damn perfect. But I mean, I guess that said, me knowing Koston and knowing, you know, what he's able to do, I think as dope as his video parts are, it is just a small piece of what that guy is able to do.
I think when Eric came over from 8th Street to 101, like still, I didn't like know Eric really well. I think at that point, like I was still really intimidated by Eric.
We probably never came across each other that often when he was on 101 and I was on Plan B. I knew him, but we didn't like talk to each other like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do later? No, I definitely wasn't kicking it with him.
For lack of a better term, he was probably a little bit nerdier, you know, back then. So I think that, you know, some of those dudes kind of picked up on it and probably kind of maybe, you know, kind of took it for weakness or whatever, and you know, and I think Koston was just really wasn't really focused on it, or just kind of oblivious to the fact that these guys were hating on him and stuff. But me being a little bit older, I just kind of sensed it that, okay, these guys don't fucking like my boy, you know what I mean? And so I just thought it was kind of, you know, interesting, you know, years later that they became so, you know, so close, such a close group.
People knew he was fucking good, but I think people just wanted a reason to be like, hate on him, I guess, you know? But I know there was definitely like some years of trying to deny the fact that like he was as good as he was, you know? And as things progressed closer to like girls starting, they finally realized we can't hate on this dude anymore. We gotta make him a part of our package just because he's that fucking good, you know? It's like it took people a while to like really accept it.
Yeah, man! Don't lose it. Oh, well. Damn, dude, that shit was like 8 and 10. Are you ready to? Wait, alright, go ahead.